Hi everybody, it's Miss Diana from the Wyndham Public Library giving to you your very first outdoor adventure today. It's September. It's getting on to be the first day of fall, and we're going to kind of do a lot of fall outdoorsy activities, obviously outdoors. Yeah, let's begin. So hopefully I remember. There's so many things I want to tell you. This is such a great time of year. All right. I don't know if any of you have any of these at home. They're called paint chips. There's probably another name for them, but you can go to any hardware store or of course a paint store to get some. Next time you go, if you get a chance, there's a lot of really cool things you can do with them, and of course we're going to do something with them today. So grab a bunch. You're probably going to need the darker hues, the ones towards the bottom of what we're going to do, and we're going to take these outside, of course, and you're going to try to I've got a bunch of fall leaves that have fallen, a nice plethora of colors down here. We're just going to try to match the colors. Now this is not supposed to be a quick activity. Okay, well I'm done with that. No, it's supposed to be really fun and really use your artistic eye with color. So let's zoom on down here and see. And I think it's kind of cool to see what colors. Okay, this red one really has intrigued me here. I've got some of my reddish ones to see what colors it kind of. I think it's more of this one right here. I love to see what the names of these colors are too. This one is called Red Bay. All right. So just to give you another example, let's go. Well, this one has two colors. Can you see this leaf right here? It has yellow and green. It's about to change here. So we're going to grab kind of the yellows, if I have any. I don't have too many yellows. Alright, so we'll go with the green. We have a bunch of greens here and match it up. You kind of get the idea how this works. No, that's very bluish. We're not going to do that one. This one's kind of a... Anyway, you see what I'm doing. It's really kind of fun. Fun for the whole family. I know this program is designed for kids, but we want to get everybody outside and doing some fun things. Alright, there we go. So this one I would say is called, I don't know how to pronounce that. Saguaro? Saguaro. Anyway, so that is one cool thing to do. These are free, by the way, when you go. You don't have to pay for them. And so that's our first activity. So as far as leaves go in the fall, a lot of people think that they turn different colors because it's getting colder, but it's actually not because of that. It's because of the lack of sunlight. The days are getting shorter now. They need that sunlight to do that. And so anyway, let's move on. Anybody know what these are called? Does anybody have a cat at home? Does their tail look like that? Anyway, these are cattails. And I've learned a lot about them just recently because of today, that a lot of people from years ago, many years ago, would use every part of the cattail for something. Whether it be for food, they used to eat this, or birds eat this for food. Fish around the bottom where they swim and they use it as a place to shelter. And I think a lot of people also used to use the long leaves to weave them. I'm not going to do that right now, but this is kind of a crafty idea. If you want to go ahead and cut some, they're a little tricky to cut. You might need a grown-up to help you with that. And then hopefully you've done some weaving before, but I think like people years ago used to weave them in and out, and they would use them, and it was actually waterproof. So I think they actually used it to make roofs and things and make chairs and whatnot. So see if you're feeling creative. Go ahead and pick a bunch and then create your own whatever with these cattails. Now, this really serves absolutely no purpose, but except for the fact that it's kind of fun. I remember when I was a kid and when I had my son, we would take cattails and we would bang them, bang them, bang them, bang them, bang them, bang them, until they go poof and all these seeds fly everywhere. And basically what you're doing is you're making a mess and you're having fun. But you're also encouraging them to plant more cattails, basically, if that's what you're interested in. So go ahead and try that outside. Alright, we're in our outside thing. So I don't know if any of you're familiar with sunflowers. This one is obviously past its prime. This is something, if you're kind of scientific, just see, you know that sunflowers have seeds inside there. And you see, by the time they get really heavy, they start to drop, and they're getting ready to drop more seeds for next year. if you happen to have any or see any from the garden, and you... Hi, I'm back. We had some technical difficulties. Thanks for staying with me. Okay, let's move on. We're all about seeds right now. All right, if you happen to have any sunflowers growing nearby or in your yard or whatever that have kind of passed their prime, you know, they tend to angle their head down because they're getting so heavy with seeds. This is kind of a more sciencey thing to do, but do it outside, is to just to dissect it and take it apart and see, look inside, try to find the seeds. You can always use, oh look, hey, it's fall. That was cool. Anyway, you find the seeds and plant them next spring, and you'll have oodles and oodles of sunflowers, and that'll sure make the birds come to your yard too. All right, so I know it's getting cool outside. I got my gloves and my jacket on, but it doesn't mean you still can't have a picnic outside. Get yourself a nice blanket and eat. What do you know? Apples. Eat apples. They're great for you and they're delicious, especially this time of year. Anyway, and you know what's another cool thing you can do? We're still talking about seeds. Is take the seeds out of your favorite kind of apple, put them in a paper towel, get it a little bit damp, put it in a plastic bag, put it in the refrigerator for a few weeks, and then plant them in a pot. And by golly, you may have your own apple tree next year. How cool is that? Okay. All right. Moving right along. All right, so now we want to talk about something that you need to talk to your family about. Oh, now we have some cool fall sounds going now. We have some blue jays, and I heard a crow just recently. Outside is so wonderful. Okay, so speaking of bird sounds, talk to your family about this. If you've never seen geese flying in their V formation, flying south in the winter and north in the springtime, this is your chance to do it. So make a deal with your family. Say, if you happen to hear the geese, and they are very loud, drop whatever it is you're doing, go outside and watch them fly. And do it all as a group. It's an amazing activity. You'll be glad you did it. And I've always liked to know, if you come into the library, let me know how it goes. It's going to be a few more weeks when they start flying, but you're gonna love that as it gets colder. All right, a couple more things. I don't need to do my hands with anything with my, I do talk with my hands. But this time of year, there's something special that's going to happen on Tuesday, the 22nd. Is the first day of fall. Another word for it is equinox, and what's cool with equal, has the word equal in it, is the days are as long as the nighttime. So the couple things you can do with that is see if you can watch the sun come up and the sun set. Now, if you've seen any of my comments or Prettier videos, I've already talked to you about doing that, but if you didn't, it's the coolest thing to do. If you can just do it in your own yard, you don't have to go to the ocean or anything like that. Just watch the sunset, and it's still before your bedtime, I'm sure. Anyway, that's one cool thing. And another thing, this is another sciencey thing to do. If you're at home or even at school, maybe your teacher already knows about this. Next Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020, at 9:31 a.m. precisely, that is when the Earth is at its perfect equilibrium. It's so cool. I've tried this once. It actually works. Get yourself an egg. Now this you can probably do inside. You're going to set it down on a level table or the floor, whichever countertop. You're going to set it, and at that moment, the egg is actually, I'm going to just do it with my hands to give you the idea. It's actually going to stand up without falling down because the Earth is just perfectly equal. How cool is that? I hope you get the chance to try it. Anyway, that is it for today. Please get outside, enjoy the fall. This is such a beautiful time of year. The bugs are gone, woohoo! And one of my favorite things to do is read. Imagine that. Go outside, find your happy spot. Hopefully it's warm and cozy and smells good. And read. Enjoy. Thanks for coming.